Welcome to GOS Media. I'm Hannah Holt. An estranged son sat at the back of the room listening to the executor of his father's estate read his last will and testament. As to be expected, his brothers and sisters were given cash, swaths of land, cars, boats, jewelry, and all kinds of riches. Finally, the executor turned to the last page, and in the last paragraph, on the last line, written in the last sentence, his father left the renegade son a box of 24 rare cigars valued at $3,000 each. Returning home, the man had no humidor for such rare cigars, so he just stuck them in his refrigerator. After a couple of days of not knowing what to do with his inheritance, he listed them on eBay. At first, he had a lot of interest, but when folks learned they were being stored in a refrigerator, all offers dried up. What the heck, thought the man. Now that they're no longer valuable, I might as well smoke them. And that's exactly what he did. Over the course of the next several weeks, he sat on his veranda, sipping high-dollar scotch and smoking the finest cigars he had ever tasted. When he grabbed the very last cigar, he realized there was a piece of paper folded on the bottom of the box. Opening the paper, and to his sheer amazement and delight, it was an insurance policy protecting the cigars from loss, theft, or destruction. A mischievous smile crossed his face as he said aloud, "Oh dear Dad, you left me more than you realize." The very next morning, the man filed an insurance claim stating that the box of cigars was destroyed by a series of small fires. When the insurance company said they needed a fire department report to verify his claim, the man responded there was no report because he had actually smoked the cigars. The insurance company immediately denied the claim, and so the man sued the company for $72,000. Taking the bench, the judge had a half cynical and half disbelief look on his face. In delivering the verdict, the judge agreed with the insurance company that it was a dubious claim. However, the man did hold a legal, valid, enforceable policy guaranteeing that the cigars were insured against fire. Because of this, the judge said that he had no choice but to order the insurance company to pay the man $72,000. Rather than waste more money and time on an appeal, the insurance company issued the man a check for the full amount right then and there. The very next day, the man was smiling ear to ear when he went to the bank and deposited the check. And the next day, the man sat in the house daydreaming how he was going to spend the money, when a knock on the door interrupted him. Answering the door, there stood two police officers with an investigator from the insurance company holding an arrest warrant for 24 counts of arson. As they were placing him in the back of the squad car, the happily smiling investigator let the man know each count of arson carried a punishment of $5,000 and 2 years in prison. We do like our loopholes, don't we? The excitement and joy of finding a loophole is like that of the 1849 prospectors when they found a big ol' hunk of gold. And when the loophole closes around our neck, the disappointment and consequences is like that of the 1849 prospectors when they discovered they actually found a big ol' piece of pyrite. The funny thing about loopholes is that they are obscure ambiguities that we scour for when we desire to circumvent an arrangement or requirement after we've agreed to it. Granted, it is dreadful and very unfair that these days, software, platforms, media, and, well, truly, most everything we want to access has removed loopholes by giving you only one option: accept their entire agreement as is, or they deny you access or download. There is a fine line between breaking the rules and a loophole, but that line is bright, as in neon, rescue orange, highlighted bright. And like the man in today's story, very often we are oblivious of the dangers hidden in a loophole. So the next time you're scouring about to find an escape clause, remember our grain of sugar for today. Be leery of loopholes. They may be a pitfall. Hey, Colony, you guys got a story about discovering a loophole and it turned out to be a pitfall? Maybe you know somebody who thought it was an airtight and foolproof loophole, only to have the consequences outweigh the payoff? If you won't be making us an accessory after the fact, let us know about it in the comment section below. Your story will keep someone out of a pitfall. We can't say it enough, and we will say it now. Thank you so incredibly much for your support. It keeps us in the sugar business. If you would like to join the colony, please like, subscribe, and share with others. Then head on over to our website and snag up some merch. And join us on Patreon for special perks and programs. Once again, thanks for tuning in to Grains of Sugar. I've been your host, Hannah Holt.